Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast. Looks like my speaker is not working. Okay, there we go. All right, welcome. Hope you're having a fine Saturday afternoon here in Goodyear, Arizona. Seen some balloons floating around this morning. It was a amazing sight. They're all over the place here. I should have took some videos of that, but didn't see any. Didn't take a video there, but it was good. It was way good to get up see the balloons going over there and balloons over that direction there. It was a wonderful sight. It's a Super Bowl weekend here in Goodyear too, so we're seeing the stadiums all set up and everything, and you know uh, everyone's rather insightful for what's happening. So it's cool. It is also all cool to see things just in place and everyone's getting themselves together and just ready to just have the Super Bowl here. It's eh, I won't be here though. I mean that's kind of how it happens. I have to take a trip to see my grandson. Yay! So it's gonna be one to see my son. When my son and I are gonna meet up in Vegas and have a good time. I always like seeing my boy. So it's gonna be something else. All right. So today, I got some good information I'm gonna share with you always, in that from the financial literacy world, and I'm gonna end with a question that I hope we're gonna bring some. You know, I always look for the good things in life. I always look for the good things. Sometimes we have so much negative things coming at us and everything. So I do my best to bring something, a good thought to mind, and hopefully a good thought. But at the same time, uh, bring out some things that's going to help us think about good things. So let's get the presentation here. Let me minimize myself, not minimize, but bring some lower. Here we go. Oh, look at that! I didn't get squeezed out of the whole deal. It happens. All right, so we have our presentation here, and got the background. Got a coffee cup. I don't have a coffee cup right now. I got some drinking some water in my Joe cup that I got for Christmas. My wife got me this right here. Got a Joe cup right there. I love this thing, man. Just 'cause I got my name on there. Got my favorite team, the Ravens, who did not make it to the Super Bowl this year, but hey, it happens. All right, some of us, our favorite teams didn't cut it either. So hey, it is what it is. All righty. So we start out with our get that there together. All right, there we go. What my oh file? Here we go. Edit. It is not doesn't want to. And there we go. Play slideshow. There we go. Okay, here we go. All right. So we start out with the knowledge, and we're going to be talking about the actual knowledge side, the knowledge, objective knowledge. We want to change our behaviors and what we're doing. We got the 5 points there in the actionable side of it. So we want to make sure we look at that on a quarterly, monthly, semi-annual basis. There, we're looking to correct and detect our thinking. And then there's the behavior shopping cart. The shopping cart goes in its stage of the behavior model. All right, and we're looking at economic, financial, if there's anything monetarily flawed or unrealistic, and recreating in the sense that we want to create it within ourselves, our family, and the whole the community at large, the community at large, to make sure that we're all doing it. There's enough out there for everyone, and we want to make sure that as many folks as possible grab a hold of financial literacy, and which is gaining access to economic information and making use of those concepts. That we do that, and then enough of us maintain and gain and maintain that wealth, so we can have more that we can give, and more that we can take care of others as well. Take care of ourselves and be able to take care of others. All right. So in 2023, it's all about me. Wanted to remind you of that. It's not me, it's you. You taking care of yourself, taking care of yourself so you can take care of others. Because you can only take care of others as much as you can take care of yourself. So that's again. You don't want to So if you can't take care of you, you can't take nobody else. Take care of no one else. We got to do that as well. So take care of you so you can take care of the others. And that's the theme for this 2023. Okay. All right. As we move on, you want to be able to once you conceive the thought of being able to take care of that, take care of you, then you can believe it in your heart. Then you receive those things that God has had for you, that you have for yourself as well. To know that you need it, so you can give it. Because if you can't eat, you can't feed somebody else. Uh, if you don't believe you have enough for you and others, uh, that's God. Sometimes you have to be shown that. Like with the widow woman said, "Hey, I only got a little bit right here in my house for my son, me and my son." And Elijah said, "No, you got enough for me too." And then, sure enough, she did. And then, boom, she was rewarded for that. So sometimes you got to think, yeah, you don't have enough. Yeah, you got a little, you got enough. But you never, you got to be open to that. You got to open your mind, your thoughts. You got to be open to knowing you have enough. All right. So continue. Now, I'm not a philosopher, nothing like that. I'm not a pastor. I'm not all that, but I have a belief level that's like way over here. Because I was on welfare. I had food stamps and all that good stuff. And I just seen my mama, man. She would feed, she would, you know, my mom would feed the neighborhood. One time I had to say, "Hey, mama, we can't be feeding everybody. You got to leave some of this food here for me." She was like, "Boy, we got enough food here for you, boy. We got to go now. Take this plate upstairs, Mr. Marcella." I said, "Man, mom, we're trying to feed everybody." But hey, that's how my mother was. All right, all right. This is the article that what I've been pulling from. I have a couple of more classes on this article, but it's talking about what I know, what I think I know, and whom I know. Because everything we need or we don't have, we have to get from other people. I'm gonna say that again. Whatever I need or I don't have, I have to get from other people. We're not all, self-contained self. You know, we don't have it all on ourselves. To get wealthy, we have to get the knowledge, wisdom, and other things from other people. To get wealthy, somebody's got to buy our stuff. You follow me? We have to create something that other people need or want. And if we don't create something that other people need or want, then we don't make sale, we don't make profit. I mean, it's somebody. We're an athlete. Somebody got to come see us. Somebody got to come to see us do our thing. If nobody comes see you do your thing, you kind of out there. So um, I mean, that's part of the process. You're an entertainer, same thing. It's part of the process. All right. So as we go forward and we're looking at the process there. Um, and this article they talked about. Hey, the glasses on, can't see. They talked about the 401ks. They talked about how 66% of the people put money in their retirement accounts, and that accounts for 19% of the money that's put in to the retirement accounts. And if that's the case, that's a lot of money. So people need to know what they're putting away for and how they're putting it away. And that's a large amount of money that's put in there, but that many people still don't know what they're doing. So you putting those sums away. What's happening with that if you're unaware of what you need to do or how to do it? So part of it, we looked at the objective financial knowledge. So we talked about financial knowledge in the beginning. So when you're looking at it objectively, and so I found this little. Facebook got a bunch of little memes and things like that. And I found this one talked about this Charles Darwin, although Darwin had his own thing, but he said uh, the strongest of the species doesn't survive. The most intelligent may not be the best, but the one that responds to change. So in when you're looking at the economy and how it moves, um, you got to understand like how the market changes. It's kind of like you're doing a dance with it. Like you got you like you're doing a waltz. You see the market doing this thing. You gotta go with it. You gotta roll with it. You know you're doing a waltz dance, and sometimes you gotta dip. You gotta dip. get a balance, you get a bop, you got to waltz with it. So there's asset financial in the market. There's financial assets to return. You have to look at the volatility that's in the market. That's up to down. It's like, can you handle that? Seasick, not seasick. You have to look at the long term financial aspect of it, and then you look at the retirement planning. Somebody that's 20, not in all cases, but some cases they, oh man, I'm gonna be here for a minute. I can worry about retirement, down the road piece. And you're 20, and you blink your eye. Next thing you know, boom, you're 50. Whoa, where did that come from? You're like, holy smokes, man. Because I can remember I was 25 like it was yesterday, but it was not. I tell you, man, it was like that. My daughter's 30, and I was like, oh my God, where did that come from? It goes quick. And then you got the financial and the economic markets you have to be mindful of and aware of. But sometimes sometimes that's way too much information to need to know or want to know, and it causes you can be like a deer in the headlights. Go, oh, that's too much. I don't want to know, and you freeze. So what do you do in cases like that? So let's take a look at it again. Financial assets returns. That's when you're dealing with costs associated with acquiring information about risk and returns. So it's like, okay, I got to spend some money to learn about this. Oh, I got to spend money. So it ain't for free. It is not for free. Somebody, free lunch is not, no, that, well, you can get some free lunch every now and then, but information is not free. You get the free things you need, and you get the things you need, it's going to cost one way or the other. You just can't. It's not possible. You'll sit down with someone. Sometimes they need money. You don't pay. Somehow they're gonna get. There's no free lunch. Eventually, there's money that's going to be transferred. May not come from you. Maybe come from another company. But if someone says no fee, da 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 da, yeah, it's a fee. No fee, no service. That's another thing too. No fee, no service. You don't pay a fee. You gonna get some cat on the line, and this dude, cat, that's the individual. Whatever. You gonna get somebody on the line, they ain't gonna be able to give you no service because they online. They're probably over there in Korea. What is it? No, what is the next Korea? What is that country? Middle East somewhere. Some guy over there on the line. You and him having a rough time talking in the same language or whatnot, and you can't get your point across. It's rough. The other thing is volatility. Can you handle it? Can you handle the ups and downs and all around? Oh my God! So you get seasick sometimes when you see the market goes up and down. You go, the market's up, market's down, market's up. You can't handle that. So you got to look at allocating your programs that are. And some people, they get it. They don't know. When you don't know, you either set up your programs where it's too risky or it's too safe because you lack the knowledge, you lack the understanding. You think you're doing the right thing, so you set up. Some people don't know they get risky, man. They just break out the dice. You get they got okay, yeah, we got this. Got the dice out. Oh man, that was too. Next thing you know, they're losing their shirts. They're like day traders. They can get it going. They got their dice out and don't work out. And then there's the other was like, no, I can't stand losses. I don't want to lose my shirt. I don't want to do that. And next thing, and they in the program for 30 years, and they had it in a safe account, and they thinking they're gonna have 100,000, and they got 18 because they got it in the safe account. And that's, you got to think about the long term aspect of it. And you think about the long term financial aspect of it, and retirement planning. You gotta plan for that, and doing it by yourself sometimes doesn't work. You need that professional to come in and give you the extra insight to know where to go, when to go, and how to go. And doing it on your own, unless you have the temperament, uh, the understanding, and to do it yourself, and you've proven yourself that way, you can. But even professional athletes have coaches. Michael Jordan had a coach. You know, Tom Brady had coaches. Mahomes uh, has a coach. Jalen Hurts has a coach. All these professional dudes, they got coaches. Why? To continue to get better. You? You got a coach? I got coaches all over the place, man. People talk to me when I ask the questions and they help me get better. Because I know that like the financial and economic markets, you need to learn. I'm always continuing learning, getting on webinars from the company, telling me what I need to get learn and know and understand. I do that because I want to understand. I want to continue to grow. So, um, so the objective of the financial knowledge is to positively. And this comes from the article that we're reading. Positively associated with risk taking, and also associated with uh, your risk assets allocation and the quality of the investments decisions in your selection. So that knowledge helps you um, make a positive association between the risk and the investment and selection. That's what the knowledge does for you. Risk and the selections you make. So that's why your knowledge has to be up there because you want to make sure you make the right choice and associated with the right risk. And when your knowledge is there, it helps you. But if that knowledge is lacking, slacking, or subpar, you're either too risky or too safe, and either one could be a loss for you. So you have to make make note of that. And if you miss the mark, it could be a little bit on a detriment to you. So I have a question. Well, I'll just share this. Let me share this first. So when I sit down with clients and I'm doing like a qualitative research for them, it helps me define the market method for them, focus on the data with an open-minded aspect to it, and I look at what people think about why they say such a thing, say so, when they're talking. So when I'm talking to them, like last week I talked about which would you prefer, $1 million to win $1 million or to earn $1 million, and then I'll ask, which do you feel that it's success is more by luck or more by hard work? Those two questions kind of line up with one another because winning is one time, earning is a skill that you have, and success has come by hard work or luck. Luck is again it's just a one time thing, but hard work is something is hard. You got to do with it. You got to make it happen. So hard work and earning, those are the things that make it work for you in life. Those things that you can depend on. But luck and winning, that's happenstance. If it happens, so be it. Depending on it only is up in the air by when. If it happens, good deal. If it don't, you still got your hard work and your work ethic to make it happen for you. So this is my question for you, and this has happened to some of us. What big financial decision in your life scary at the time at that time, but looking back was the best decision you made? So think about that. What big financial decision in your life felt scary at the time, but looking back, it was the best decision you could have made? And I have several for myself. My house, I made my car, you know, because value my house increased, my car value is maintained, you know. So, what about you? What financial decision in your life felt scary at the time, but looking back, was the best decision you could have made. I know there's something there that made sense. Was scary in the beginning, but now you're like, oh man, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I did that, right? And if you haven't made a decision just yet, as you can look back on, think about it. You're gonna need to make a decision. You're gonna have to choose something that later in life you're gonna have to say, oh, is this gonna be good? Think it through, because now you have some more information to help you get there, and you know that your knowledge, your financial knowledge, is going to be challenged. All right, so with that, um, this decision model, the knowledge that comes in, actionable financial knowledge. And when I say actionable, that means the knowledge and information that you gain in setting. You can take that same knowledge and information in another environment as well. And what I'm sharing with you is something that helps you correct and detect the errors in your thinking financially. So, and that helps you change your behaviors on the outside. So these are the stages of the action model there: stewardship, money basic, investing, borrowing, and protecting. And I'll get into these as we go, because I always start out the year with this. And then you check you check these action areas on a monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, or annual basis. And here we have the shopping cart. You look at the economic, the financial, uh, uh, anything that's unrealistic, and you are looking to recreate it. And you take this shopping cart and go into each stage of the action model. All right, and then as you check those, then you alter your behaviors so you can make sure you're adjusting your finances on a consistent basis. So, uh, the reference that my book is the article that we talked about, and the question came from Deeper Talk by Self Best Self. The Best Self is another company that comes online. It helps you more intuitively look at yourself, look at your surroundings, being able to speak with others. And I like some of the things they have. So if you want, you can go to bestself.com and get some of their items. Pretty good. And that's contact information for me. And my website, where you can catch on Zoom. You can purchase my book. You can go to Patreon. Also, go to my on-point webinar. Is follow one course until successful. Keep doing the God that you've been called to do. And hey, it'll work out for you. And lastly, little found this one on Facebook too. But it's it. I kind of altered it a little bit. Money speaks only one language. If you save me or invest me today, I'll save you tomorrow. There's nothing wrong with being old or broke. But if you're old and broke, that's a tragedy. Start doing something today. All right. This has been Dr. Blake with the Actionable Financial Literacy Center, a part of Blake Media. And I hope you have yourself a prosperous weekend.